Yes, my Lord and Empress, love to the international family of Ras Tafari and Black people. This is Honorable Priest Norman Lamont of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress Church, an educator and the leading priest. And now the time has come for us, for the lion, to tell his own story. And here we are, in the lion's voice, with the Honorable Ras Kwasi. Blessed love, my Lord.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
I have books all the time that I use. This one is This Business of Music. There is this one,
Hold on, I was looking for my copy.
This one is Music Management, Marketing and PR. Oh, you have This Business of Music. And you should, because even if you are an artist who can afford services, it's good for you to know.
Yes.
It's good for you to know. So when somebody says they're a publicist, your visual branding is going to be something they're concerned about. Your brand is what people recognize by name or mark. And so what is that? And so the brand building is important, because remember at the beginning when I spoke about personal brand, I said your personal brand is your reputation.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabe is giving birth in a place called Ergersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Lich Tafari's father, Ras Makonnen, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Makonnen is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Makonnen knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Lich Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
What is the difference between public relations and marketing, and why is it important for someone with a product or service to know what these things are?
All right, so I was saying, Kwasi, that on my screen is integrated marketing communications expert, because we're no longer separating public relations, advertising, promotions as different areas of market, but an integrated approach.
Okay.
So marketing in this regard, if you were to explain to somebody, is really the umbrella term that really looks on how you sell your product from, and there is a strategy. Um, Public relations, once upon a time, referred to free press. It's no longer free press. And it really is strategic communication with our publics.
Okay.
And that's really what public relations is. So public relations turns up in organizations in different kinds of ways. You could hear somebody is a corporate communications manager. That's PR. A publicist is doing PR. Public relations manager is the most common term. But these days, a public relations person is doing a little bit of everything as digital media has changed. There was a time when we were just using traditional media, that's the only thing. What was different is that traditional media was controlled by those who owned it. And so the public relations practitioner at the time had to build relationships. You had to build relationships to get your product out there. Nowadays, with digital media, with social media in particular, the artist is able to take information and just share it to its own publics without any help from anyone. But I wanted us to start the conversation by looking at how the basic thing for me with creatives is really understanding teams and management functions
Okay.
in your team, and don't think that you can be everything. A lot of times we're everything because of what the economics are, but the truth is, ideally you want to get a team together who offer different things to the table. I focus very specifically on promoting the product, which is what we call publicity. And it's really the last of the four P's of marketing, promotion. So, when they're looking at the product is your
Mm-hmm.
first P. What is it I'm marketing? What is the product that you have as an artist?
Okay.
Define that first. So if you don't, and how do you come up with your product? You as a musician, let's go music because it's music we do. You want to write a good song. You want to get a good melody for the song. You want to find a good engineer to complete that project. And then you want to find a good publisher or a good publishing platform to send the music to. When that is done, you now have a product in hand. There are a couple of things. If you come to me and say that you want a publicist, I start from the scratch. Who are you? Who is the Jazz Match Kwasi? What drives you? What does your bio look like? So we can rewrite that together based on the questions you respond to. How does what you present of yourself in your photos, does that represent what you say you are in your bios? So all of that for me is connected and not different. Have you done shows that you captured some videos of? So when we are putting your electronic press kit EPK together, you have all of those to present as self. So the product is really the core, is where we start from. The promotion side of it, where I have books all the time that I use. This one is This Business of Music. There is this one,
Hold on, I was
music.
looking for my copy.
This one is Music Management, Marketing and PR. Or you have This Business of Music, and you should, because even if you are an artist who can afford services, it's good for you to know.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
good for you to know. So when somebody says they're a publicist, your visual branding is going to be something they're concerned about. Your brand is what people recognize by name or mark. And so, what is that? And so, the brand building is important because remember at the beginning when I spoke about personal brand, I
Yes.
said your personal brand is your reputation. What do
Yes.
people say about you when you leave the room? What do people say about you when you leave the stage in the case of an
Yes.
artist? Do you turn up for your shows on time? Do you rehearse? Do you come dressed appropriately for the based on the event? All of that makes up what your brand is. That's going to make a difference if someone's going to hire you for an event locally or internationally. And then there are ways to get yourself known internationally versus locally. Traditional media was my core for a very long time, to the point where sometimes now if I take on a job, I'm hiring people to do different parts of the work because they're better at it than me.
So
So,
explain what traditional media. When we say traditional media, what do we mean by that?
well, traditional media is what we know as radio, TV, and newspapers. It's what we started out with. So television, radio, newspaper. How does an artist engage the traditional media? Usually you start with a press release. That's a basic tool. The media houses now become the channel. So, so, so in the way that if I were in a classroom, I would say to students, in the same way you start with your product, but then we're going to move to goals and objectives. What are my goals for this year? It's an album I'm promoting. So what are the goals? How many do I want to sell? What markets do I want to reach? And then when you get into markets now, you're breaking down your target. Who are the people who will listen to my music? Are they 18 to 22? Are they 19 to 35? And when you determine your target, you're going to be able to determine your channels. Where you,
But Miss Coleen, I want make music for everybody. I want bossy players. The music
but
is
that's
very.
what but you can the truth is that you're making music for many, but the truth is the other day I was in a conversation with Global, Berkeley Global and Reggae Online, and the truth is when you look at Northeast, music is different. So it's going to be different in some parts of America in terms of your reception than it is in your communities like tri-state area that are higher in diaspora markets. So you're making music that you want to reach everybody, but the truth is it will not reach everybody.
Well, Haile Selassie the first is the Almighty, and he has manifested himself in physical form and was born as Ras Tafari Enterprises. And he was crowned by his side with Empress Menen. So wait, nobody now big up the natural woman them, Mother Earth, mother of all the earth's children. Well, big up all the woman with the natural hair, natural body, natural skin care, natural breast, natural brown or wearing as I am nothing fake will be there. Well, big up all the woman with the natural hair, natural body, natural skin care, natural breast, natural brown or wearing as I am nothing fake will be there. Well, big up all the woman with the pretty black skin, and inna the ear you no join the bleaching, and inna the ear you proud of your melanin. Never giving you up to try something. The Almighty, I bless you with your shape. Bless you with the smile when you put on your face. Bless you with the wine when you got in your waist. Real African, look how she a move to the bass. Take time, slow wine now. Take time and slow wine now. Speed up, hand by your knee cup and speed up now. Della move. Skin smooth so, the stellar move then. Butterfly blessed by the most high. Now do the butterfly. Big up all the woman with the natural hair, natural body, natural skin care, natural breast, natural brown or wearing as I am nothing fake will be here. Well, big up all the woman with the natural hair, natural body, natural skin care, natural breast, natural brown or wearing as I am nothing fake will be here. Then tell the little black girl or here a troublemaker. Every weekend them gonna hairdresser. Tell her straight here I go make her feel better. Tell her Taylor Swift she a the real trendsetter. Take the little girl them sit her down pan chair. Tell her that her naps it was than a nightmare. Attack her roots with chemical warfare. Tell her relax the creamy cracker get prepared. Take the creamy crack then put it on her head top. Tell her don't move till the fire get hot. Tell her straight here I go put her pant up or leave it on too long. Now she burn up pants spot.